Oh, something a bit different, people. I'm down at Todber, just turned up in the car. There we go, there's a tackle shop. I'm going to be in here with the girls. Yes, wife, daughter, that type of girls. Girls are already in there, we just checked in. I'll show you around in there later on. So I'm not in a bivvy overnight, I'm in a very nice bivvy overnight actually, in one of the converted cow sheds. I think that's what they called them years ago. Very nice inside, but I might squeeze an hour in tonight. So I've got, first thing out the car, bait bucket. Going to put a bit of bait in one of the lakes just up here on the right, and fingers crossed, even though it's a freezing biting cold wind, I might be able to scratch something out for you people. So it's basically sort of a little 2-day break without fishing, but I'm trying to sneak the fishing in.
T-shirt. Yeah, I'll do mine. Oh, lovely. Well, I haven't bought many tea bags. I should have bought more tea bags.
No tea bags?
I have bought some, but not enough.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Twin room here.
We'll have enough for tonight.
Yeah, twin room there, wardrobes, radiators. Good view, look over the back of the hills. I think they call it the Blackmore Vale over there. And two here, another room.
Find one tonight. Well, then have yours tonight. Yeah. Holy shit, we have hardly got any tea bags. Oh God.
The girls might be able to help you in there, give you a couple today. Have they got a couple?
Blimey, that sounds like you, man.
It's double bed in here, wardrobes, everything you want, heating. Really, and so close to the fishing. Daughter will be in the other one, and as you can see, we've got a nice big room here. TV, all the cooking facilities, everything you need. It's got to be better than a bivvy, guys. And enough food to last us 48 hours. Oh yeah, vitally important. So, out to the lake we go, having chucked a bit of bait in, and I'm just using, you can see, very much leftover maggots there. I only had a few there left, but that's all you need for hook bait really to get any fish going, especially in the winter. Best not to overfeed, and casters are very good as well, especially for roach. So I'm just fishing away on the float. As you can see, it's a waggler float, just shotting it down for about an inch of visibility. Well, I've missed one bite, and of course here at Todber you don't need to go very far to get the fish. Normally the match fishermen are fishing like a rod length out, I've missed one bite there, but it is bitingly cold. I'm not going to last more than about 45 minutes up here, because we're on top of a hill, and it's what they call the Blackmore Vale area, and it does whistle through here. And I guess this, looking at it, is a lake there, lake there, lake here. It's probably about the highest windswept you can get as cold air movement. Tonight they give it going down to -3 degrees, so I'm not looking forward to it, my poor old fingers. I'm going to give it 50 minutes here, 45-50 minutes, see if I can just pick one fish off of whatever description, and then join the family. We're going to go into the lakeside kitchen. We're going to have some food in there. We'll show you what it looks like in there. And do you know what? It's moving. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. What is this? Wow. Oh, there's a result, people. Very, very light colour. But check out the size of that roach. You can imagine catching this all day long. Wow, that's made it worthwhile. Fingers crossed get a few more like this. Look, guys. That is a cracker of a roach, and just literally rod length down on a waggler float with a quiver tip rod. How wacky is that? I think I'm gonna keep this discorded on here just in case. Well, I'm off to the races. Could be a late start for the evening meal with the family. To be honest, I'm not even set up with the right depth at the moment. I baited up a little bit out and a little bit in, and this definitely is too deep. The float's set there for another yard or so out. But listen, hey ho, where the fish are biting, I'll take it. And they've had a move around here at Todber. I think the one over here on the left, check it with Mark in the tackle shop, is silvers. Are trying to get as near silvers only. So instead of all the carp, but they used to have huge, monstrous numbers of carp. Look, there'll still be carp in here, trust me. But the silvers, roach, bream, that sort of stuff. And there's some perch here as well. They're starting to sort of grow in popularity because people want to catch something different than carp, you know. I'm not talking big carp here, I'm just talking small carp. There we go, there we go, there we go. Missed it. I think I might have to reshot this one. Yeah, that maggot's been what we call, you guys won't see it there probably, it's what we call sucked. I'm quite short on maggots. I'll try some of these cell, which I like the smell of them. I think they're coconut. 6mm, might be a little bit bigger roach there. This is all leftover stuff from a previous fishing trip I luckily got in the bag. And then I've got some 4mm. And I think for roach, you Matt can tell me, I think for feed and for roach, maybe the 4mm is going to be the way to go. But it's so cold, I don't want to overfeed it, which I normally do. Oh, I missed a roach then. That was a definite roach bite. I have got some worms, might try those tomorrow. I'm going to grab an hour or so in the morning before we have to disappear off some beach fishing or shore fishing. Again, not giving a great forecast, but I'm going to pop in to see Mark and see if there's a bit of chance of maybe a little bit of LRF fishing off a pier, off the stone pier in Weymouth. Might drive down there. As I say, it's not a major fishing trip, it's one of those fishing trips where I'm just trying to get in what I can, where I can. I'm figuring double maggots might be the way forward here, but whether I go the outside swim or inside, I'm still sort of toying with it. And the other thing I've got, these casters, let me show you. Oh, that's a carp. Oh, it's a big power wave. A big power wave. These gold ones will go really dark overnight if you don't put them in the fridge, which I won't do because it's obviously a human type. It's not my fridge basically, the wife would appreciate that. So I'm going to use some of those now because they're going to be floaters by the morning. I'm hopeful guys. It's game on, people. It's not a roach, it's a really decent carp. It hasn't woken up yet. Mark did say watch out, some big carp. Look at the size of this. Cool, this is going to be me buying 2 beers tonight. If I get this one out, I might have to walk down and get us a mirror. It's a nice fish, you know, it looks about 8 pounds. It's not even supposed to be a fishing trip, I'm just supposed to be going away for a little break with a wife and daughter. Oh, happy days. Just check out the scales on this one. I mean, look, what a beaut. Fin perfect. Lovely big orange tail. What a beauty. 3 maggots. Well, I'd like to catch a tench this size. I suppose he's 6 pounds, guys. Really nice fish. Wow, good condition. 1 roach, 1 carp. and it's going straight back in the water. I'm actually going to put him in the water up here so I don't disturb any fish that are close into the margins. Oh, you know what the words are? Yes. Footballer talk. Get in. Should I leave the net outside? Might be bad luck. The thing is, even though given it very windy, sometimes in the evenings, this last hour of light, or half an hour, it can actually drop away a little bit. I think that's what's happening, and then it will come up again at dawn. So I'm just taking a little window of opportunity here, and hopefully it pays off. It looks slick here, but trust me, my fingers are frozen. Thing is, I just missed another one, by the way, popped off. In a cold weather like this, especially in the mornings, cold overnight, they just don't go nuts, but they might just come on a bit in the evenings. And that's probably the, if you can call it, the warmest time of the day in the winter. But they get slower bites. The bites I've had are so slow, and even then just nicked. You know, those two fish just nicked. So you have to almost let that bite sort of progress and slide away and just pause for a second. So I'm hoping I'll pick more fish off, but if I don't tonight, I think, you know what, I'm only down literally 150 yards from the lake. I might throw a bit of bait in there. Well, I've missed a few bites here, people, and got a different one, not a roach this time, but what they call a skimmer. But the battery's dropping out because it's so cold. My fingers are dropping off because it's so cold. So I think what we're going to do is call it quits and see if I can catch up tomorrow morning. Obviously there are fish to be caught here, but because it's so cold, they're dinky little bites. Right, so we're inside the lakeside restaurant here. It's almost like a sort of corporate event. It's just us here. It's just the full of the families here. Guys, I think we're the last ones in here, and we're going to have some food. So if you ever do come down here, you've got bowling. Sometimes they do skittles, not bowling. Skittles they do. The lads just getting all washed down over there for the night. They need a match on here tomorrow morning with a lot of the guys. So probably there'll be lots of people in here for tea, burgers and everything, because it's cold out there. Most important man, the most important man in here, drinking the alcohol.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah,
I've got a pint for you, sir.
Thank you very much. And this is, tell me, Todber tickler?
Todber tickler.
And that's a local one?
Thank you.
Yeah, local brewer, sir.
Thank you.
I believe your food's ready if you would like me to bring it out to you guys.
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Should fill you up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm alright, I've got that, that's fine. Do you want mayonnaise? No, I'm good. I'll have a little bit mayonnaise if you have mayonnaise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is a lovely size pizza.
That is a hell of a pizza, I have to say.
That's fresh.
I suppose you can order those and have them down on the lake.
Yes,
you
can.
Bivvy.
Yeah. A takeaway.
As a takeaway. Look at the size of it. 14 inches across or something. This morning, guys, it's freezing cold. It's horrible. I can barely feel my fingers. I had to put the brolly up for the wind. So, wish I said I had a decent night's sleep. I think I slept better in the bivvy when I've been carping down here. Anyway, I changed over to a float rod and I put a single maggot on the quiver tip and lowered it in the water when I saw it myself, and I've got a fish hooked up already. I got a match over the back there, just over in the distance. You can see on the other lake. I cannot believe I didn't even see the bite, guys. I just picked this rod up and I had a fish on. Obviously a carp, and of course we've got an aeroplane as well. We have to put up with it, guys. I don't know how long I'm going to stay. I'd be lucky if I fish for an hour, but listen, I cannot believe it was about 6 inches out. I threw a handful of maggots down. I just lowered the quiver tip down. You can see I just got the rod rest how close I've got it. That is weird. It's fighting like it might be foul hooked. And I've bitten off the waggler float from my other rod, from this one, so I am actually fishing a quiver tip with a quiver on the bottom, and that's why I've got this fish on. I haven't seen this fish at all. I'm going to call this foul hook, guys, because it's just like that juddery all the time. Probably tail hooked, I'm guessing, if I'm right. That's why I didn't see the bite. Oh, that wind is wicked. Definitely foul hooked. Starting to boil a bit on the surface there now. There he is. I don't know what line this is, about £4 I think. Yeah, there's the tail coming up, I thought so. I don't know. That wind, oh God, I don't want to get my hands wet. Look, right there. There is, nice little common. So they must be on that little bit of ground by effort I put in there. Let's get him back. Oh, it's howling. It's even worse now because my fingers are cold. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Mates are just starting to turn again. I'm supposed to be going down Weymouth for some LRF fishing. I don't think I can fish off the pier, it's going to be too cold, I don't know. I don't think I'll fish here for much longer than about 40 minutes. But there's fish there. Let's give it another go. Match is over on that lake over there. I'm going to start, I guess, about 10. They must be frozen up there. Another small fish hooked up this time, a small skimmer. I mean, guys, it is howling. Under normal circumstances, I definitely wouldn't be fishing in this with all this wind. But there are fish to be caught. Of course, now I set up properly, fishing in the margins there with the quiver tip, I'm getting nothing. I might even need another shot. I just got a BB and a single hook on there, and I feel the wind's blowing it and dragged it too far, and I might have to put double BBs or triple A on. Such a shame with this wind. It's certainly in the wrong direction, because you can't fish that bank. You've got to fish from the pegs this side, and it's just bitter. And it, of course, coming sideways on, is dragging the float around like this. Yeah, my problem is I'm right under the shade of the trees, so I'm out of the sun. The other guys are in the sun there. So here, the chill factor is huge. There's some more lads turning up to fish here. So I'll give it another 10 or 15 minutes and I'm done. So I've had about 30 minutes here, 45 minutes last night, and this will probably do me. I might pick one more fish up. I'll try and pop back this evening, actually. That's a bit of bream, guys. Done now, catching those skimmers. It's just too cold for me, so little 1 hour session last night, barely an hour here, 50 minutes catching fish in both sessions. I think I'm going to try and come back tonight after the sea fishing session, see if the wind dies down, same swim if I can, but it's just too cold. Then we check out tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I might have a bit more chance in the morning, an hour. So just hope this awful wind goes down. Right, catch up with me when we get back. Now listen, I can't do anything but switch off the mic here because it's howling. The only bait I've got, some leftover frozen prawns from, and cooked ones, just regular supermarket ones from perch fishing, and some worms, earthworms, which I have caught on, no problem at all. And I keep those, if you'll notice there, in damp moss. Another little tip, if you do want to use earthworms and don't want to buy like ragworm and lugworm, just for LRF fishing close inshore, damp them with rainwater. Don't actually pour loads of tap water over them. I'm using a pipe lead there. Can you see a piece of valve rubber tubing with a cylinder of lead, and you can cut that down to whatever size you want for the weight. This one I picked up in Canada. I've got 7 loads. We use them for fishing for salmon. On gravel bars, and there I've got just a 2-hook paternoster, freshwater hooks. I'm guessing probably me about a size 6, something like that. I'll say about a 6. Now it's easy to cast out, and it's always easy to cast out. Everyone likes casting, but you'll find the actual structure, I find for catching small fish, is generally straight down the side, because underneath the legs of the pier, the stanchions, the supports, there's lots of little crabs and shrimps and stuff and weed. You know, there's stuff there that will attract tiny fish. So even in the howling wind, I'm fishing away here. I mean, it was absolutely Baltic conditions. Some other anglers fishing behind me. What should I use? LRF rod? No, why not just use the quiver tip rod I was using down at the lake? It's the same thing. This was a bit of fun. This gentleman sailed over with his dinghy, crashed into the pier on the end, hooked the other anglers' lines off, and they just steamed off, and they're screaming at him now that he's hooked up to them. Sad enough how they don't watch anglers are actually fishing. A small Arsley bomb, that's called, a little lightweight bomb. You need anything you could use. You could use a nut or a spark plug just to drop it down the side of the pier. And sections of worm there. I'm actually using half sections. We're looking for real small fish. Conditions are against me because it's low tide, biting easterly wind or northeasterly wind, and just drop it down so it hits the bottom, and then I'm going to put it in between the railings. I'm using bait runner reel, but basically keep it well back, as it were, so you can actually avoid having your rod drag completely off the side should a big fish take the small fish. It looks like a fabulous day. Trust me, it wasn't. Thought I'd walk across the back here and just mention, if anybody does go down there squid fishing in the winter, generally from sort of September to December, this area where that coloured water is, they have what they call eel grass on the bottom there. It's shallower, that's why it's sort of stirred up there, I guess. But that whole general area is eel grass, or used to be eel grass. Somebody tell me if it's still there. But over the back there, I've done a film on catching squid. So, there's a good little spot here for squid on that side. In fact, I've caught them on the right hand side. I've caught them over on this. I caught them on the stone pier odd ones as well. But for some reason, this main pier does seem a bit better. Motionless. It's just one of those sessions. As you can see where the other anglers just wandered around. We've got baits in the water. In the end, 10 of them or 12 of them were fishing, turned up. Didn't see a fish caught. Not a fish caught. Now, is this a plover or a sanderling, that little bird? Does anybody know? And in comes what looks like a gunboat. In fact, it does have a gun on the front. Eased its way in. It's the border force. Well, the border force. Okay, well, don't even say anything, Graeme. It's the border force. It's obvious what it is. Right, guys, obviously that didn't go too well, did it? That little shore fishing light tackle trip. It was freezing. My fingers are just starting to warm up a bit. The wind's still blowing, so no good on the sea fishing. I've come straight back, had a cup of tea, left the girls down watching TV. I've got barely 45 minutes. Might get 50 minutes out of it tonight because, as you can see, sun's, well, yeah, I think it's just about set. So I might get, I'll probably get 45 minutes. But we're going to eat later tonight, find a local pub or something like that to go to. Scampi and chips job, I think. So money saves, money earned. So no bites yet, been here 5 minutes, got the bait in. I'm hoping they're going out tomorrow morning for about an hour. So if I got up, not blindingly early, but I could get an extra hour in the daylight. Don't forget, I've only fished in the evening so far here. So if I could pick one more fish up here, that'll go towards making a little film, wouldn't it? Because I've caught both times I've been here on little 50-minute sessions I've caught, so I'm pretty keen. Quiver tip rod is there just in the margins. I've moved it across a bit. Float rod's just one rod length out there. 3 maggots on the bottom there, size 14 hook, and a link ledger there. This time I've got might be a bit heavy on the shot, but it is what it is. You know, just one good fish might salvage a little session. A shame on the sea fishing, because that could have been quite good, but I mean, it was a howling wind, totally the wrong direction. I thought it would be northerly, it's northeasterly. I also thought the pier there down at Weymouth was sort of more facing southerly, so I figured I could fish on the southwest corner of it and the wind would be off my back from the northeast. No, that wasn't to be. That wasn't going to happen. There was 12 people in the end fishing there. Wait for this. Not one caught a fish. It was low tide, don't get me wrong, but I was on, as you saw, regular earthworms, which I've caught on before for fishing wrasse and stuff pouting down the side of the piers. Normally just as good as any bait. Ragworm obviously better, but saves me getting ragworm, doesn't it? So I've got a little bit of bait left tomorrow, not a great deal. The maggots I won't put anywhere but in the car because it's going to freeze tonight. If you look at this sky, it's a northerly airflow. Oh yeah, let me tell you. I'm just watching this float at the same time. They're funny, tricky little bites, really strange bites, almost like a tench, very slow, popping up and down, just barely drifting and then sliding under slowly. If I strike too soon, miss it completely. And they're just nicked, you know, it's strange. Yeah, this is a collapsing polar vortex, all this freezing, bitingly cold wind, which I heard about in early March. This is now the middle of March, and they said we would be getting it in the middle of March. At least it's not snow, but by golly, it's cold. Apparently the circular motion going around the pole has gone all peculiar, and the jet streams all over the place, and it's collapsing all this cold air on it. It's called a collapse of the polar vortex. So it's something different anyway. Looks like there's some people still fishing up over there, so I should give it right till literally I can't see the float, or fingers drop off. Oh God, I missed it. That was another dippy little bite just there. And there's a fish that's moved. Look, there's 2 fish moved over the top. They both spooked each other. I'm sort of kind of hopeful. Whether this quiver tip rod's going to pick up or not, I don't know. The float definitely had a dip bite, but that's more like, could be a fish knocking the line, or it could, you know, actually be a fish took the bait in and then blew it out. Well, I'll get back to you if I get a hook up. Got another one of those dippy bites. Let it go away this time and struck and got a small fish. Oh. Actually, not so small, guys. Bream, a bit big for a skimmer, but it is, what you call it, a skimmer. Well, finally the wind has just gone down a tad, as it often can do in the evening. And now it really is a chance of float fishing. Hello, more oh, I missed that one. There's the bow wave, guys, over there. That was a carp. Now this, I would say, is a time. The last light like this just going down, I might just get lucky on a carp. Let's get this one out again. Oh, float, there we go. I'm doing the one on the left and the one on the right's gone. Deferenia carp. I've got barely any battery time left, but it is a carp. Now, I'm thinking maybe I should bring that in. Change batteries there. I'm still fighting the fish. I had to take the batteries out of the camera, change them over, do everything. The fish is still on now. It's looking like a mirror. bit better than that pier fish, isn't it? But of course, you could have the flood tide tonight with darkness, bit of fresh water coming in from the sea, and there we go. And you can get some fish down the pier as well. Nothing on that ledge, it's weird. I thought I really would get a positive pull round just off the corner of those rushes there. I thought if a carp's going to come round, he'd come, you know, round the margins. But then there's not been many people, I don't think there's any people fishing today. One guy this morning. So if there's bait going in there in the afternoon, evenings, late afternoon, they creep round the edges. And during the day, sometimes pushed out. In the evenings, I'm sure they come around mopping the bait up. Well, I know they come around mopping the bait up. Most commercial fisheries are like that. Come on, let's have one more. It's always a way, isn't it? You know, you get greedy. It's so nice to see the indications on the float when it's nice and still and flat like this. And of course, it's equally as good a time for fishing on the ledger, but that one hasn't gone off. I'm kind of surprised. It looks like I am going to get an extra 15 minutes. If I get out tomorrow, I might even get 1.5 hours in one session. Oh, another silverfish there. We're down to the 5-minute warning, guys. These old GoPro cameras aren't great in the light. It's going now. So you can just see the float. There's a cart moved over there as well. I don't want to throw all the bait in, but I'm concerned when wind goes like this, it's going to absolutely freeze tonight. And if I've only got a couple of hours in the morning, it might not be the best time. This is the best time, I figure, in the evening before the cold drops out. But at least I've caught some fish for you, and I will try in the morning, but I wonder if they're going to shut down. Well, it's too dark to film now, people. I've had another couple of skimmer bream, and I can barely see the float, so it's time to pop up at the pub, get some grub, and see if I can't hit this again for at least an hour, hour and a half in the morning. We'll catch up with you later on. Right, guys, I'm back in the morning. I've got 1 hour. Girls have gone off somewhere, so I'm going to give it that last 1 hour. And yes, it's still freezing. The wind's come right up, so it is what it is. There's gentlemen fishing up here. It's a Sunday. I never fish Sundays normally. And some lads come down there. So I baited up all my old rubbish bait up the front here and down to the side, just down there. Same as before. Haven't got the swim I wanted because it's a bit close to the other gentleman. So I'm in 30, I'm 1 peg down. So it'd be interesting to see if it was just up there where I had been feeding, or whether I can get anything going here. I'll be barely lasting an hour with this temperature. It's unbelievable. Just, it's in the shade, that's the problem. It's just too much, things are frozen. Float's dragging through. I've got it about 6 inches over depth. But it's just bumping and moving. And I've got the ledger rod with the quiver tip down there on the left, got maggots on both. I might try prawn and bigger bait and just go for one fish, but it's going to be probably just a one fish wonder, and then I'm done. It's just too much. Most of it's being in the shade. You never know. One fish turns it all around. Missed 2 or 3 other fish bites, but they've all been those skimmer bream. No sign of anything bigger. I'm Girst, 25 minutes left. I think the 5 degrees freezing last night, below freezing, was definitely knocked it on the head a bit. The thing is, I've now sunk my rod because he's just continually dragging out the swim, which is really annoying because you throw the bait in one place, any floaters just drift off, the sinking bait sinks down there. I just can't seem to get, I've got a shot near the bottom, but I need a bigger shot. I've tried worm, I've tried prawn, nothing. It's just maggots that seem to be picking the fish up, or the fish, the individual fish up. But it is, lads have had nothing up there, man, it's freezing.
You like it? Are you tuning it for him?
Hello. Yeah, that was worth it. What are you doing this for, North? I thought your lot went down to Spain.
Yeah, I was with the Romans, and then they cleared off, and then you lot turned up.
Oh, you were drunk again when they left?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Is that mead? It's too good.
This morning, we give you a demonstration of the ranged weapons of the period. So, it's going to be wheels here. Any wheels? Any Williams? So we're shooting at Will first.
Looks like he's fairly safe. Oh, perhaps not.
Good people of Hampshire, you see these elite athletes, these primed archers. We have King Alfred joining their ranks. And in the festive pink peplos, we have the archery leader Hilden with her band of archers. Now, this is a skill display that you're seeing here today, these archers. So when you see them hit that target, make sure you give them a big cheer.
You won't be cheering much.
I'm feeling more confident today, guys.
No pressure, King Alfred.
Thank you very much.
Plenty behind me.
Like one piece of wood, commonly, I've heard this before, yew was often used, ash, a couple of other frequent occasionally. The whole idea behind it, relatively easy to make.
Not you.
You have to know what you're doing. You use the properties of wood, the sapwood at the front, heartwood at the back to make a natural spring. The sapwood being springy, heartwood being dense, hard to compress, makes a natural spring.
No.
Nice big cheer if they get one in.
Don't encourage them.
They're well entertained by your local folk last night. Lots of ale, lots of mead. I think there's a few hangovers out there still. Now the idea behind the javelin is even if you missed or couldn't get the javelin into the person behind, they often used to wear or use as armour, the most common armour, side weapons at the time, spear and shield. Oh, nice! If I see a good throw from this lot, so a bit rubbish yesterday. Nice big cheer, yes! Yes!
Well done. Horrible. Well done.
Throw my shoulder out now.
Yeah. We have a young warrior here, still learning the ropes. don't know what he was throwing at. Yeah. Their toes. That'll work. Oh, yeah, so this actually hit the target. Oh, he's broken it. Hey, you're replacing that later.
No pressure.
Come on, Andred!
Come on, Andred! Oh, again going for the toes. Legitimate target. Now period unarmoured. Imagine wandering around the battlefield with a javelin sticking out your foot. Like this time, in ranks. So literally they'll be casting the javelins all at once. So just once you've repaired the target.
2 ranks, 4 front, 3 rear.
2 ranks. Who's commander?
4 front, 3 rear. Open up. Open the gaps.
Oh yes, open those ranks up.
Ready? Front rank. Lob. Lob. Take rank. Ready. Front lob. Lob.
Oh, what?
Collect.
Big round of applause. That's a proper big cushion, I think. I've been practicing what was the province of Gaul. They used this weapon, the Francisca. Anybody got a rough idea from the name of the tribe, the Franks, where they landed up? Any ideas at all?
Give it a go.
Did I hear France? Well done, yes. One of France named after the Frankish tribe.
Nice.
Cool. They're 20 out of action.
Come on, speed it up.
Oh, at least I hit it. Now, the thing with the axes, you've got to get your pacing right to get the rotation right into the target.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes, my sponsor. Do you want me to get shot at?
Yes!
Oh, no.
That one's red and blue.
It means I won't be talking to you so much, but that could be a good thing. Hooray! So what, who should I give this magic wand to? I'm going to get it to the ground.
Come on then!
We might need a bit of motivation for this one.
Finished for the day.
That's the one, yeah.
We use the boxes to make the maze for the one.
Get one in a big chair. Actually, drop somebody on the floor, bigger chair. But not me. What do you mean? No.
It's reuse the boxes for that to make the maze.
I'm watching you. Right. Step forward. Ball. Hold. Chill wall.
It's black. We had the cannons. Why?
Got some there. Got him.
Yeah.
Step up, ball. Hold. Come on then! Miss me! One, two,
Three. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, leg shot. Yeah, leg. Good. Whoa.
If you crouch down, you're safe.
Oh.
Whenever they stand up, they can crouch down and down.
Whoa.
Shot. They might. They might do it.
They were picking on me, weren't they? Oh, lovely shot. Down to the left.
Four left.
Oh, right in the thigh. Oh, that's close to somebody's foot, but I don't think so, biscuit. Oh, you got, yes. Only two down. Sorry, only two left. Half-score. Nicely blocked, but he's left his arse out of the line there, I think. Excuse the French. Anglo Saxon. Oh, they're waiting for him to come up. 5 seconds is up. Come on, you've got to go for it. Oh, they all missed. Will they make it? Cheer them on.
No.
Oh no, what's made it?
Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh, they're all died. Let's hear it from the archer who did really well there.
Well, thanks to all those people that did that reenactment. I mean, they were having fun, we were having fun. And what they were recreating was really basically, it's a sort of dying art, isn't it? It's a dying art. Thanks for watching it, hope you enjoyed that. Bit of fishing, bit of the old random stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, check out Mike's TA Outdoors, and hopefully next film up will be all fishing as well.